Hi, everyone. Welcome to the episode of the South African Spotlight podcast. Today we have Sharon Piel chatting with us. And before we kick off the actual discussion, Sharon, is there a tip or something that you would like to share to kick off our conversation today?
Yes, so we're going to be talking about personal development and stress management as an entrepreneur. So, the statement I'd like to make is that when you invest in yourself, you're actually investing in your business as well, because you are your business as an entrepreneur.
That's so true. And if you say invest in yourself, what things should we look at? Are we talking specifically about skills or maybe about your emotional development or some extra vacation?
I think in terms of personal growth, your personal development, we need to keep growing as a person as well as grow our business. Otherwise we kind of become stagnant. We're not as creative as we should be or could be, if we're not open to learning new things. So I think from that point of view, definitely, be open to learning, be a constant learner, lifelong learner, not necessarily just skills for your business, but in terms of your own personal growth and development as well.
So personal development, like for me, it's about maybe money relationships with my colleagues and all that type of thing. And also, maybe if you're someone that's maybe not good at presenting, that could be maybe something you could look at. Maybe what other tips could you share with us?
Well, I think, yes, in terms of those things, so the skills that are going to help you in your business, if you're not comfortable with public speaking or presenting in front of, an audience or to investors, to practice and develop those skills. And then in terms of your own personal growth as well, for example, emotional intelligence, which is something that I coach in as well. Learn how to grow that, find out about it, read books about it, be constantly learning and growing. So not just in your business, but in your personal capacity as well.
So you talked about emotional intelligence, which I know is like EQ. Can you maybe expand a little bit on that?
So emotional intelligence is basically how we manage our emotions and how that affects other people, and also about our relationship management, about social awareness, picking up on other people's emotional cues and so on. Because all those things are integral in developing personal relationships, but not only in our personal life, but also in our business endeavors. When we are meeting with prospective clients or customers, or suppliers, managing our team, if you have a team, all those things require emotional intelligence. They require the skill to be able to read people, to be able to manage your own emotions, pick up on other people's emotions, so that you're able to, have a more cohesive team, be able to problem solve, those sort of things. So those are all crucial for your business. Those are all skills that we need as entrepreneurs.
Is there maybe like certain examples that you could give us that could show that, an entrepreneur or a business owner needs to, really develop the EQ? Maybe like example of a very low EQ, just so people can understand, where I am maybe at the scale, how much do I need to, invest in my EQ, and what could I do?
Well, I think whenever we meet people, we have the opportunity to affect them in a way or influence them in a way by the way we are. So if you are self-aware and you realize, oh, I'm feeling a particular way, I'm feeling a little bit moody today, or I'm angry about something, how not to project that when you're dealing with other people, because we might inadvertently, um, you know, come across as angry or unhappy with that person when we're not actually. It's something that we're dealing with, but we're projecting it onto other people. So it really starts with self-awareness, being aware of your own emotions. And then also being, as I said, picking up on cues of other people, noticing what their emotions are. Empathy also plays a big part in emotional intelligence. So being able to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Let's say you're dealing with a team member who's performance is not up to scratch. So, a low EQ leader or manager would maybe blast the person and shout at them and say, this is not good enough, it's unacceptable. And all that does is demotivate the employee or the team member. It affects their morale. Whereas if you came at it from an empathetic point of view and said, is there something bothering you? Can I help you with something? Are you struggling to do this? Do we need to upskill you? Is it something you haven't done before that you're battling with? Or can we get somebody else to help you? Are you feeling overwhelmed? That is a totally different response. And you're going to get a more productive and more positive employee as a result. They'll be more engaged in their job because it shows that you care about them. So I think it is vital in business as well to have high EQ.
Is there other skills that you think that really makes for a good entrepreneur or a business owner, in addition to EQ?
Yes, I think in terms of running your own business, it can be very stressful. So being able to manage stress, I think, is important as well. Because as you know, when we're stressed out and we very easily sort of become impatient or irritable, and that also affects other people. As I said, it comes across, with your team members or perhaps a customer or a supplier or potential customer. You're going to, you want to develop those relationships in a positive way. So being aware of those things in yourself is key. Other thing is also to manage your time, because as an entrepreneur, we wear so many different hats. We're working in our business, we're networking, we're looking for customers, we're trying to get sales, we're doing all these things. So we need to prioritize our tasks and what we need to do on a daily basis and make sure that we're doing the important work and, not get stuck busy doing things that are time consuming, that are not actually productive or bringing in money.
Wonderful. So you are actually a coach that deals with all of these topics that we've just discussed. Can you give us an idea of what a client would expect, if they had to approach you?
Sure. So coaching is a journey. So it's not a quick fix. It's not okay, I have this problem and I give you the solution. That's not how it works. I guide the client to come up with solutions based on their business, because nobody knows your business better than you do. So in a sense, I work with you in your business, but I'm obviously not there in your business, but I'm like a partner to you. So you can bounce ideas off me. We can brainstorm solutions, find possible solutions to a specific problem. I also help clients to set goals using the SMART formula, which is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So, and then help them work towards their goals, hold them accountable, encourage them, motivate them to reach their goal. And then obviously if there's any problems or obstacles, I help them come up with solutions to perhaps overcome those challenges, and depending on which direction they want to take their business.
Wow, that is amazing. So how can people reach you?
They can find me on Facebook and LinkedIn. Rhythm and Rhyme Coaching is the name of my coaching practice, or you can find me under my personal name, Sharon Piel. You're also welcome to hop onto my website. It's www.rhythmandrhyme.co.za.
Wonderful. And then quickly to wrap up our episode today, what is the final thought you would like to leave, the people listening to this podcast?
I'd like to say that, never give up on your goal or your dream. If you have a goal for your business or a dream for your business, a vision for your life, don't give up on it. There's always ways of finding it. And sometimes when we get stuck because we ruminate and we can't find the solution ourselves, so we tend to give up. So find a coach or a mentor that can help you learn from their experience and, and reach your goals, reach your dreams. It's possible.
Wow, I mean, that is as powerful as it can get. Focus on what you want to achieve and reach it and get someone to support you. Thank you so much, Sharon, for joining us today. I wish you all the best. And yes, lovely to meet you today on the podcast.
Thank you, Cornelia. Thanks for having me.